Hey, Sound Wisdom community. Welcome back or welcome in. I'm Shannon Rose Scott, and this is your messages from the other side. This is a tarot reading where we connect to your departed loved one through the tarot. So let's get right into it. Spirit guides, high divine, intergalactical beings, and angel guides, please help me connect to the spirit of a departed loved one, here with a message now for our community watching. I've taken just the court cards here to find out who we are connecting with. Okay, so Spirit, thank you for joining us today, and please let us know, who are you? Who are you? Please give us a clear indication as to who you are. So that our watchers know that this message is specific to them. Who are you, please? Who are you? Who is here with us today? With that traffic warning, the horn happening in the background, I'm not sure if you heard that, but there was just a loud, thank you. Okay. To me, that none of these sounds that happen in the outer environment are, just a coincidence. I almost feel like your person here has some sort of warning for you, that they're trying to let you know something. And the person who's coming through here is the Knight of Wands. So this is a person who had a lot of passion, a lot of excitement, a lot of drive, ambition in life. They were still very youthful, so they may have been an adolescent, a young adult, 20s, 30s. Or they could have just had that kind of personality, that forever young kind of person. They sought adventure. They sought a lot of adventure in their life, and they went for it. They didn't hold themselves back. They went towards adventure. Let's get a few more details. So now, using the major arcana, let's find out what kind of an influence this person had in their own life and therefore in yours. Because we're all interconnected, aren't we? So, Knight of Wands, please give us a little bit more clarity as to who you are. Dogs barking, that's also like a warning sign. They have a strong warning message for you. I haven't had this before, but I'm getting that message through very clearly. They're here with a warning for you. Please tell us more. Who are you exactly? What role did you have to play, Spirit? Okay. Wow. Okay, so we have the Hierophant, the Fool, and the Devil. With the Hierophant, we have somebody that was committed to higher spiritual learning, and that was seeking the keys of truth in their life. They could have had a very strong sense of morality, like a spiritual morality versus the worldly morality of rights and wrongs, but more like a religious or spiritual type of morality that was sometimes in conflict with some of their urges. The devil energy doesn't mean that they were evil, not at all, no. But it does mean that they had some lower vibrational tendencies, as we all do. And I think that's why they were so drawn to the spiritual life, to seeking spiritual truths. I'm getting the message that for some of you, your person actually might have been exploring tantric spirituality, learning how to balance the light and the dark within. But they may have felt chained to these lower vibrations. And by that, I mean negative thinking cycles, feeling unworthy, perhaps even feeling attached or addicted to people, behaviors, emotions, thought patterns, substances. And in their life, they were kind of going back and forth between these energies. With them falling there, I just kind of got with the card falling, I got the sense that sometimes they felt like they failed in their pursuit of balancing this darkness with their commitment to the truth. And with the Fool here, this again speaks of that adventurous quality that is also present in the Knight of Wands card as well. The Fool is not foolish, although they may have been perceived that way in their life. No, the Fool is the one who's surrounded by light. Look at how much yellow. This is like that divine spirit coming through. This was a divine path they were on. And they went off into that path like full-heartedly. This is like a big yes. This is like saying yes to life, as is the Knight of Wands here. They were a very unique soul. They were able to express their wild side, their uniqueness. They may have loved music. The fact that this in this version of the tarot, this Fool is actually listening to music. They may have loved dancing, music. We'll come back. We'll come back more into these messages as to who your person is. But now let's find out what their message is for you specifically, this warning that has been trying to come through. And for this, I'll use a full deck of tarot, a different full deck. Plus, let's use some angel messages as well. Beginning with the angel messages. Knight of Wands, please let us know, what is your message of warning? What is your message for your beloved ones? Thank you, still here. Wow, okay. So you're being advised that you have a power animal who's also very strongly connected to you at this time. This could actually be a deceased animal, especially with like the fact that we had the dogs barking before. You may actually have a deceased pet that is coming through helping in this reading as well. But your animal spirit guide is a guardian to you and is helping you with this situation. So I'm getting the message that you also need to pay attention in your own life to when you hear dogs barking. It's almost like it's a divinely guided warning for you. So pay attention to that in your own life. And I'm really curious if any of you have already been experiencing that. Do let me know in the comments below. Or if it comes up after you see this reading, please come back and let me know in the comment section that this happened for you. If the symbol of the dog isn't resonating, but you have another very clear spirit animal that's coming to mind, trust that. Honor your own intuition. A reminder that these are general readings. And even though there is an energy coming through here, specifically for those of you watching in, tuning in, don't force anything to fit. Make sure you're following your own intuition and just taking what actually resonates for you and leaving the other messages for the other people watching. This might be one candlelight, but I do believe there are several Knight of Wands here with us right now, here delivering this message to you. So you've got a power animal coming through. What else are you here to deliver, please, Knight of Wands? What else does our collective need to know regarding this situation? Highest messages only, please. Too many. Highest messages only, please. One card. Wow, these decks just keep spilling. I feel like your Knight of Wands here is trying to rush through. It's almost like how they rushed through life. They're here to rush in to deliver this message. What is it you want to say? What is it you want to say, please? The rush and then the pause. Getting the feeling that your person also did that in life. Sometimes they came through like with a lot to say, and then at other times it was kind of held back, kept within. Okay, so your Knight of Wands is here to remind you to embrace your life purpose. Yes, is this warning about like that you've kind of gotten off track, your life purpose? You've forgotten what you were really here to do? I mean, these cards showed up in their energy, but you're connecting in because you also, I believe, are affected by these energies. This is why they're your person, right? This is why they were in your life. We're all mirrors to each other. So although these energies of the Hierophant, the Fool, and the Devil represent your departed loved one, it also mirrors you. And so you are being called to beware of the lower vibrations that keep you away from your life purpose, that make you feel like you're not good enough, you're not strong enough, you're not capable enough, you're not smart enough, whatever, fill in the blank, you're not enough, right? That's that devil energy trying to keep you tied down to a life that really isn't the life you want to be leading. And you're being called instead to embrace the energy of the Fool and say yes to your life purpose, yes to your passion, yes to your uniqueness. And then commit to that. Commit to that. That's how you find the keys of wisdom for your own life, is committing to your life purpose. Your Knight of Wands is coming through now to tell you that they are guiding you towards your divine life purpose. And yes, your life purpose is divinely inspired. Whatever makes your heart joyful is what you're meant to be doing. Yeah, your life purpose is not a job that you hate. Your life purpose is not a life that you hate. You have a yearning within your heart to do something, and that's divinely inspired. You're meant to follow it. Society, families, religions, different, of course, governments, right? They try and keep us small. They try to teach us that we can't follow our heart. How dare you? Who are you to follow your heart? These warnings are coming through very strongly that no, you've gone a little off path, my friends, and it's time to reconnect to what makes you feel happy. You might even need to do a little bit of writing here to help yourself figure that out. Writing, drawing. And notice how we have a pet here as well. And it almost, like the way this card is looking, it almost looks like it's like a bit of a ghost pet. It's again, this idea of this power animal coming through for you. And this time we have it as a cat and even the butterfly. Okay. So what other messages here do you have, please, for our collective tuning in regarding their life purpose? Regarding their life purpose, please. Past, present, future. Past, present, future. 3 cards. 3 cards, please, Spirit. 3 cards. And here we go. 1, 2, 3. 6 of Cups. Sorry, 5 of Cups. Knight of Wands again. Knight of Wands again. Okay. Wow. And the Page of Pentacles. Love it. Okay. Beautiful. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Knight of Wands. Boom. What else came through here? Wow. 10 of Pentacles. Love this. Love this energy. Okay, that one jumped out. And using one more Oracle deck, let's clarify these cups here. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. Clarifying 5 of Cups, we have slow and steady. Clarifying enhancing Knight of Wands, we have education. Oh, I like that. And clarifying enhancing Page of Pentacles, we have magic stream. Yeah, okay. So in your past, this Knight of Wands is coming through to acknowledge that, yeah, you've been grieving. You've been grieving them, but I also feel like this is a message you've been grieving the life you want but aren't living. I'm just really getting strongly here that for you watching, you've gone off your life purpose. You stopped doing your life purpose. You stopped going towards it. And you really have been in this state of depression, of grief, of sadness, of mourning, both your loved one, but also You've been mourning the person you used to be, the person you thought you would be, the life you thought you would have. Now this past could mean like very recent past. It could mean for years and years. But in your past, this is what has been happening. But now, this is so fascinating because this represents you now. And this is the same card as this one, Knight of Wands, here twice. So you truly are mirroring each other. Like your person's energy that has passed on, they mirrored you in life. And that they're really trying to come through here to remind you that you too are a Knight of Wands. You are here. And this is the card of playing. The Knight of Wands is playful. They are creative. And this is your warning, right? To get back on your path of creativity, of play, of joy. This person is playing the drum just for the sake of playing. Like that's the other thing. Through following what makes you happy. Like so often we think our life purpose has to achieve something. You know, and so people will spend their whole life trying to achieve something, some status, some task, some new thing. And although that can be a wonderful thing, it can also actually keep us small. Whereas bringing joy, light, look at all the light here. Bringing joy, bringing light, bringing inspiration to the world through just your energy, your attitude, your playful spirit. That can achieve so much more than these milestones we think we need to reach. Right now, you are being called to reconnect into your sense of play just for the sake of playing, just to get in tune with your sense of joy again. It might be through music, it might be through art, it might be through games, it might be through sports, we have a lot of horses showing up as well in your cards. Not only on both Knight of Wands, but also in your power animal card. So again, this connection to really identifying who your power animal is and spending time with that animal as well, whether it's an actual animal, images of the animal, visualizing the animal, connecting in with them. This is another way to play and connect to your sense of joy. And the thing is, if you can let yourself move on from the past of grieving. Now, that doesn't mean you have to stop grieving. You're allowed to keep grieving. But what this card is a reminder of is that yes, there are 3 empty bowls or 3 spilt cups, you still have 2 that are full of beautiful light. Look at that. Yes, even though there's been some things that have been lost in your life, you still have 2 more full cups that you need to focus on now. And it's okay to acknowledge the pain, to acknowledge the grief. We never get over grief, but we learn how to live with it. So yes, you have to live with the fact that these 3 bowls are empty now, but instead of only focusing on the bowls that are empty, you'll also need to acknowledge that you still have these 2 full cups. And these are the cups that you can play with now. And when you let yourself focus on the joy now, instead of being purely in this state of grief all of the time, it's like you want to allow both. Right? It's not suppressing or denying the grief, but it's also acknowledging, okay, but there's also joy. And maybe right now I'll choose to play with the joyful part. Because once you do that, that's leading to your Page of Pentacles. This is a brand new career, brand new hobby, brand new active thing in the physical world. So a career or hobby that it actually will bring you abundance. Look at this big, big coin of abundance they're holding. This is a new path, and it's not so brand new that you haven't thought of it before. This is something you know you want. You already know you want this. And so this is your confirmation that yes, if you actually let yourself play now and reconnect to what brings you happiness and joy, this divine life purpose of yours, it's actually leading you towards abundance, the abundance you seek. So much abundance, in fact, that the 10 of Pentacles comes out as well. This is like the ultimate of abundance. This is abundance of family, abundance of friends, abundance of pets, abundance of all the things that bring you joy. And yes, abundance of money. Abundance in your career, abundance of hobbies, abundance of being in the right place at the right time, abundance of gifts, abundant, abundant, abundant. This is one of the most rich and wealthy cards in the deck. Your warning, the warning that your Knight of Cups is here to remind you of, is that you are meant to fulfill your life purpose of joy, of play. This thing you want to do is actually going to bring you the abundance you seek. So if you've gotten off of your life purpose thinking that like, well, I don't have the money to do it, or it didn't work out in the past, it didn't bring the money you needed, that's not going to continue. No, if you return to your life purpose, it's actually going to bring you the abundance you're seeking. Yes, it'll take a bit of a balancing act. See how this person is balancing. It's not like an easy task, but you're able to handle it. And you're actually able to handle it quite calmly, quite smoothly, quite skillfully. Now your Knight of Wands kind of rushed in several times in this reading, and they're here reminding you now that in order to follow this life purpose, you need to take it slow and steady. Slow and steady. This isn't going to happen overnight, okay? You like coming back to your divine life purpose, you creating this 10 of Pentacles life for yourself. It's not going to happen overnight, okay? This isn't the instant success. This is a path that needs to be slow and steady. And it is also going to require you to spend a little bit more time learning, increasing your knowledge. You need to commit to some higher education. And by that, I don't necessarily, it doesn't have to mean college or university, but higher vibrational education. It could mean university or college, but some sort of course. I feel like many of you are about, this is in your present energy, you're about to start some sort of new learning, a course. It could be self-study as well, reading books, learning an online course, finding a teacher. But with this fairy jumping out of the book here, I am getting the message that for many of you, it's letting yourself learn higher vibrational type teachings, perhaps some more spiritual teachings, whatever spirituality that you are drawn to. This could be a very spiritual type learning. And here especially, somebody remind me in the comments, please, what kind of bird this is. Is it a heron? But the meaning of this bird is that spiritual connection. And this beautiful higher education learning is going to lead you to your magic stream, this ever-flowing stream of abundance, of magic in your life, of following your purpose. Like, oh, look, we have the hair in there again. Yes. And it's almost like I got this, the image that this heron's a little bit older than this one. So it's like, yeah, once you do the learning, it's like you grow, you mature. This learning here takes you from a rock and this small pond to look at this beautiful stream, this waterfall full of life. This Ten of Pentacles life. So if you've been wondering about taking some sort of course or engaging in some sort of higher learning, this is your signal. Yes, do it. Yes, do it. But take it slow and steady. Okay, it's not going to happen overnight. You still have some path to go, but it is leading you to the most magical place. Like, there's actually the word magic on this card, right? The most magical place. I feel very honored to have connected in to your person here and their spirit. Thank you so much, King of Wands, for delivering this message. Before I pull one final card, I would just ask at this point for your subscription, if you haven't subscribed already, for you to like this video, comment on this video. If it aligns with you, please let me know like who this person is to you, if you are willing to share your story. If you prefer to leave like an emoji or a word that resonated for you, I also welcome those. The more you comment, even if it's just with an emoji or one word, it helps me tune into your specific energy even more in future readings. And yes, if you're willing to tell us more of your story, it's helpful for our watchers and listeners to see how each individual out there is interpreting these messages for them. I'd also be so curious, what is your divine purpose? You know, what is it that you've left behind that now you're going to return to? Claim this power in the comments section. Claim that, yes, I'm here to do this. Okay, here we are. So what is one final piece of advice? One final piece of advice. Slow and steady. Slow and steady, waiting for those messages to come out. What is one final piece of advice? Thank you. All right, we got two. Ah, wow. Oh my gosh. Love this. Recognize the signs from above. So, for example, like the dog barking, that warning, the cars honking at the beginning, that warning. These are all signs from above. The angels, including your Knight of Wands here. The angels are sending you messages, but you've been a little distracted, a little too distracted to notice. Stay alert. These messages might come through as numbers. Here we have the number 444. For some of you, that could mean something. 444, that's like a sign of stability. For some of you, it might be through coins, feathers, right? Like coming across coins on the road or on your path or in strange places. That's like a sign, also a sign of abundance, right? But a sign your spirit guides are trying to speak to you. It's like when you notice that, pay attention. What was I thinking in that moment? What was I feeling in that moment? What is around me in this moment? Use these signs, whether it's like a coin, a feather, special numbers, butterflies. Use them as like grounding moments to stop yourself from being distracted and to actually pay attention. Oh, what is happening right now? Because this is like my spirit guides are trying to speak to me and get me to see something. And I love this one. They also want you to know, have no fear. Have no fear. Like, I can appreciate that it's fearful to go for your life purpose. It's fearful. Like we have fears, right? About going for what truly makes us happy. That's what this card represents as well. This devil energy represents those fears and being trapped in your fear and letting your fear hold you down. But allow your Knight of Swords, this Knight of Wands, watching over you from above, like they're here with you. And they want to use their sword of light to free you from any of those fears, those disquieting feelings that are holding you back. And you might want to visualize them and yourself because you're mirroring each other, right? Like cutting through your fear. It's okay to be afraid. Right? You don't have to not feel afraid to follow your divine purpose. No, you got to take that fear with you and do it anyway. Feel the fear and do it anyway. Thank you, Spirit, for joining us in this reading. Thank you, Collective, for tuning in. If you'd like a private with me, information is down below. If you've been enjoying this soundtrack that you're hearing in the background, this is a soundscape I created for grief and healing. And so this is a separate soundtrack as well. You can listen to just the soundtrack. It's totally free. I'll link that below. But that could also help with some of your like healing and moving on from the griefs of the past, the griefs in the present. And do take this journey towards your divine purpose, my friends. Tune into the animals around you. Let your animals and angel messages help you embrace your life purpose. It's what you're here to do. It's what you're here to do. And until next time, keep tuning into your inner wisdom.